Q Reviews. Today we got another Samuel Adams beer. This is Samuel Adams Boston Ale. So basically this is the ale version of the Boston Lager, I'm guessing. I had one earlier today. On the front it says robust and smooth. So it's brewed by the Boston Beer Company. It's out of Massachusetts, the United States. If you want to check them out a little bit more, you can go to samueladams.com. The style of this beer is an English Pale Ale. Alcohol by volume, or ABV, is 5.4%. Availability year-round. There are no notes, personal description. Me and Zach actually got both of our own beers, so we're going to be drinking our own beers. We don't have a bottle opener, I think, right? So we're going to have to use these lighters. Eat this. Yeah, right. Alright, so cracked it open, going to pour it into this, not really a beer glass, but still check out the color on it. Nice copper amber color, kind of. Decent amount of bubbles. Kind of a tan head. See, it's like a nice amber color. See through it pretty good. Aroma on it.
They're kind of like a subtle.
I get like subtle hops. A little bit of like a caramel malt. A little breadiness. Maybe like light, like toffee kind of sweetness to it. You know what I mean?
It smells sweet.
It kind of smells like England, honestly, doesn't it? It's kind of got that bready caramelness to it. Or kind of like an Oktoberfest you would get, I guess. Smells pretty good though. Let's go for a taste. Definitely picking up the hops. Kind of a little bit of a light hoppiness. This is
Gross because of the hops.
what?
It's so gross because of the hops.
You don't like it?
No, I do.
You said it's gross because of the hops, dude? Come on.
I don't like the taste of hops at all.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, oh, he don't like the hops. He's a douche.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I like it. It's got a nice hoppy finish to it. Sort of a crisp bitter finish. It's not too bitter at all. Says right on the bottle, 34 IBUs, international bitter units. Picking up like a little bit of like a biscuity breadiness, a little bit of like that caramel malt. Like I said, it's kind of like a light toffee kind of caramel to it. Definitely light hops, not very hoppy. If you're somebody who is actually doesn't really like hops that much, this is something. But you don't like heavily hopped beers, but you like something lighter with the hops. Definitely try this one. It is an English Pale Ale. So to me, this kind of tastes like an Oktoberfest. It does have some good flavors like you would get from an Oktoberfest, some of the similar flavors, but this actually to me tastes kind of like a Yingling with more of a hoppier flavor to it, and honestly kind of tastes like the Boston Lager with a little bit more of hops. I feel like, have you had Boston Lager before?
I think so, yeah.
This is a little bit more hoppier to it. So if you like craft beers and you like the Boston Lager, you should definitely try this one if you like that hoppy kind of subtle bitterness to it. It's actually kind of like a crisp bitterness. Nice, crisp, and refreshing. You probably drink a couple of these and be feeling pretty buzzed after a couple of them. It is 5.4%, a little bit more than your average beer. So yeah, like I said, nice slight hoppy bitterness to it. Kind of get like that bready kind of biscuit and caramel right up front. What do you give it for rating? Actually, the price on it, I'll talk about the price first. Price on it was, I believe, like $8 to $9 for a 6-pack. So it is craft beer, considered craft beer. Yeah, $8 to $9 isn't really too bad. It's a pretty decent price for what it is. What do you give it for a rating, Zach?
You really don't. I'll give it like a 4.
Giving it a 4?
Yes.
All right. Why? Can you explain yourself?
Well, because to me personally, it's a below average for me. But obviously, other
But it's
people,
you gotta understand that it's not.
It's just not my style, so that's my rating.
All right. So yeah, that's
Based
what
on
that's
my
what.
opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If someone likes hoppiness, you know what I mean? All you
No,
have
but
to
that's what
say
I'm
is-
saying. You can't be like you can't say it's. You can't really get mad at the fact that it's hoppy or bitter because it is an English pale ale. You know what I mean? So it is considered a pale ale. So it's not really. Honestly, it really is to me like kind of like the Boston Lager with a little bit more of that hoppiness to it. Somebody else on Beer Advocate says smell is malty toast, so kind of like that breadiness, light caramel, and a hint of what does that say? Coffee. Taste is similar with solid malt flavors, toast, caramel, toffee. Simple, earthy hops with crisp bitterness. Mouth feels a little sweet. Not what does that say? Not cloying. I don't know what that means, but moderate carbonation. So it does have some decent carbonation to it. Like I said, you can totally tell there was a bunch of bubbles in there when I first poured it. He also says mouthfeel. Almost forgot about the mouthfeel. He says mouthfeel is a little sweet. Oh yeah, that's what we just went over. But yeah, I'd say, what do you say the mouthfeel is? Like how filling the beer would be to you? Say light, medium, full, like a full-bodied or like a heavy mouthfeel would be like kind of like a stout or a
No,
porter.
it's kind of light.
Yeah, so I would say light to medium because it's not as light as like a Coors Light. You know what I mean? Because that's like really light.
So it's
you know what I'm
basically
saying?
like a medium.
That's what I'm saying. So it's more light to medium though, because it's not really medium to where it would be like kind of like a porter. You know what I mean? You know, porter's kind of a medium mouthfeel. You probably drink like 2 or 3, whereas like a stout you drink like 1, and then you feel like you just ate a meal. You know what I mean? Where the lighter beers you drink like 5 or 6, and you can just keep on drinking if you really want. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you can still eat something afterwards. This guy says overall it's a good English style pale ale, solid malt flavor and presence. So for me, I'm gonna give it a rating of, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I think it's a little bit more bitter than what it claims to be, the 35 IBUs, which is pretty low, but it's about medium. I do say the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is definitely a lot more bitter than this. I'm not sure if that's an English pale ale. I think it is. But yeah, this is kind of like a lighter version. Like I said, if you're somebody who's just kind of getting into the hoppier beers, this is a good beer to check out. So for a rating, like I said, 7.5. Recommendation, yeah, I do recommend it. Wait, what about you, Zach? Do you recommend it?
If you like the hoppiness and the bitterness, yes. If you don't, then no.
All right, so there you have it. It's from somebody who doesn't like that hoppy taste. So I'm sure a lot of people out there probably don't like the hoppy taste. So, but yeah, that's basically it. There you have it. Sammy Adams, Boston Ale. Thanks for watching. If there's any comments you guys got for us, any other liquor beers you guys want to see, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos on liquor and beer. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Yes.